In this video, I'm going to show you the Garmin Automotive Suction Cup Mount with speaker. The Montana is a great unit for hiking, but you could also use it driving, but you do require some software such as City Navigator North America or City Navigator Europe or City Navigator for whichever country you're in. So let's take a look at this mount and talk about some of the parts of it. So we have the mount here. Very straightforward suction cup mount. It actually uses the same suction cup that the Garmin nuvi series does. It has this lever here. This lever is so you can create a better vacuum with your windshield. Your windshield does need to be clean for this to suck properly. And keep in mind, any extreme temperature change may cause the suction cup to fall off the windshield. And if you live in an area that the temperature gets extremely hot, like in a desert down in Nevada or Arizona, you want to keep in mind having this on the windshield in direct sunlight will melt the suction cup being black. So when you're not using it, you're going to want to take the suction cup off the windshield. Sometimes when taking the suction cup off the windshield, it won't come off very easily, but Garmin has this tab right here on the back of the suction cup. This tab is so you can break the vacuum and get it off the windshield. So that was the suction cup. It connects to the cradle with a ball and socket. And you can position it pretty much any way you need so you can see it while driving. While driving, you're going to need voice directions to navigate safely, and because of that, I'll just break this off the suction cup. The cradle has a speaker. The speaker will give you turn-by-turn directions such as turn left in 100 meters when using appropriate software. You do have to plug the mount into power. And Garmin does include the power cable. So we'll just click this back together and we'll take a look at the power cable, which is right here. So the Garmin power cable is the 18-pin power cable. One thing to note about this cable, it was used on the nuvi 700 series, and it's a good connector, this 18-pin connector, but you do have to be careful with it. It's got two little buttons, one on each side. You have to squeeze those together like so to get these little tabs on the side to go in so you could pull the cable out of the mount. If you do not do that, you're going to damage the mount or you're going to damage the cable, and over time you may have to replace it, which will be a pain and an annoyance. So take a little extra care with this connector and you're good to go. On the other end, we have a standard cigarette lighter connection. Plugs into your cigarette lighter port. If for some reason your unit's not getting powered, you're going to want to check the fuse, which is found in the tip. The tip will unscrew and you'll find a fuse in there. On the fuse, the rating is written there, or right on this little black tab, it'll tell you what type of fuse you need. You need a 3 amp, 250 volt fast fuse. So you could actually hardwire this cable to your vehicle, and the way you would do that is you could just cut this end off because there's no special circuitry in this connection like some other devices. So when you lop this off, you're going to have a red and black wire. Red is for your 12 volt power, black is for your ground. Be sure to put a fuse in line, because if you don't put a fuse in line, you could wreck your unit. If you wreck your unit, it's a lot more expensive than replacing a fuse, which you don't want. To plug the cable into the Garmin mounts, it's very straightforward. We have the connection right here. We just put it in like so. If it doesn't go in, don't force it, turn it around, and then it should go in fine. You'll notice there's actually an arrow. You probably won't be able to see it in this video, but when you have the product in hand, there's an arrow here. This arrow goes towards the back side of the mount pointing at the speaker. That will help you make sure it goes in the correct way each time. The part number of this mount is 010-11654-00, and it can be found on the accessory pages for the Montana series on the GPSCity websites. To learn more about this product and others, visit GPSCity.